What's going on, everybody? Brian here from Brian's Broadcast. I hope all of you are doing fantastic. Today, we're going to unbox and do a first impression of something from the house of Gentleman's Nod. Now, of course, this is a brand basically who work with other houses, perfumes, or like shave products. Particularly, they concentrate on men's grooming products like shave butters and all those things, shaving lotions, stuff like that. So I'll not go into too much of details. Do your research. The link is in the description. Go ahead and check it out. So of course, I was interested in one of the fragrances they released recently, and the name of the fragrance was Kensei. Now, of course, they do have a shave set for that one, but I was particularly interested in the fragrance. It's an extrait de parfum, and somebody posted on a Facebook page, and I was like really interested because the notes seemed very interesting. So let me first show you what I got in the box. So I still have not unwrapped this thing. Of course, this little sticker must have been, was supposed to go here, but it just came like this. So I have an intact sticker. So the bottle comes wrapped like this. It's a 50 ml bottle. Was it 50 or was it yeah, it's a 50. So they sent me 2 samples. And of course, again, this is not a sponsored content, so make sure you are subscribed and you hit the thumbs up button if you like contents like these. So I got sent over 2 samples. One of them is Juniper Riveri, and the other one is 85 Earnest. There you go. So if you want me to do first impressions of these 2, do let me know in the comments below. And of course, I got a little message from, I don't know, this is the owner or CEO or I don't know, Chris. Thank you, Chris. And of course, I folded the paper because of privacy. They did send me over, Chris sent me over a handwritten note, which I really appreciate because it's the little touches that matter sometimes. So let's open up this baby. Let's see what it looks like. Nice black paper. This is what the packaging looks like. Very different from any other fragrance that I own. It's a very nice touch. It's an extrait de parfum. As you can see, it's a 50 ml size. So let's take it off. And from what I saw was that the first 150 bottles would have this red and black combination. I don't know if this is the particular one they're talking about, but if I'm the first 150 people, one of the first 150 people to order this, I'm lucky. So this is what the bottle looks like. Pretty sleek, pretty decent with that red and black. Very nice. And on top, you get the Gentleman's Nod logo. Nice touch, I must say. I mean, the cap, in fact, it feels as though it's made of wood. And that's the bottom. Pretty nice. So the bottle sits right in there. There you go. So that's a very nice touch, I must say. I mean, it feels very premium and wow, looks like some Shadow Warrior or Ninja or whatever. So let's test this thing. Let me grab my, what do you call, the tester strip. All right, guys, I'm back with my tester strip. I left it somewhere else. So the bottle, the cap, all right, certainly this is made of wood. That's a very nice touch. It's not plastic. So it just sits snugly. I wouldn't raise it, hold it by the cap. You don't want to drop that bottle. The bottle feels pretty premium though. I mean, not too thick of a glass, but the base is pretty thick. I don't know if you can see it. It's a very nice touch. Let's spray this fragrance. Let's see what it's all about. All right. Ooh. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. The first impression is that it's very energizing. It's full of energized particles. Very invigorating, like full of life. Bursting with freshness. So let me read the notes of this fragrance to you. So on the top, you've got blood orange, yuzu, yellow mandarin, and nashi pear. On the mids, you've got lapsang souchong tea. Wow. You've got neroli, violet, black pepper. And on the base, you've got saffron, cedarwood, fir balsam, amberwood, vetiver, and cypriol. Now, on the top, like it's very citrusy. I mean, blood orange, yuzu, yellow mandarin. Like that's a lot of fruity, juicy citrus, and it does feel very juicy and vibrant. It's extremely bright, like full of life. Now, as it's drying down, I do feel like the presence of this blood orange, because if you have ever like tasted blood orange for real, like the actual fruit, you will know like the taste, the smell, the aroma is very different. It's like bursting with flavors. I do get some of that herbaceous feel, most likely coming from the violet. There is the presence of what do you call that, lapsang souchong tea. Now, of course, I don't know what kind of tea that is, but you do feel like there's kind of like a herbal quality to it. Almost like if you have ever, like my friends, if you have ever had the opportunity to, crush and smell the very delicate tea leaves, like the very shoots of the tea leaves, it's kind of like that in that nature. There's a hint of spiciness coming through. I believe it's from the saffron. Let's go on skin, guys. Enough with the paper. So the atomizer, it shoots pretty narrow, but once it hits the skin, it just bursts. I don't know if you saw it in this with this phone camera, but it's nice. It's nice. Ooh, right. So on paper and on skin, it's very different. So on paper, I see that the citruses are more in the front. On skin, it's more of a mix. At least on my skin, what I see is that there's kind of like a darkness to it. Maybe it's most likely the shadow warrior coming through. There's a warmth, of course. It's definitely the pepper, like the black pepper. It's definitely working in the background, like a very nice, supporting, inviting warmth. Now, the saffron over here, like on paper, I did feel that spicy vibe, but on skin, the saffron is slightly coming off like a spicy leather, more on the leathery side as opposed to the spicy side, but it's like a very subtle feel. It's not like super leathery or animalic, no. Beautiful stuff. Now, the tea note, I don't know what kind of tea that is exactly, but what it should smell like, but you do feel the energizing, like I said, like the crushed, very delicate tea leaves. Almost smells like that. Beautiful stuff. And I believe like the juicy, succulent, fruity part, like the orange and the two different types of oranges over here, and the yuzu. The yuzu, I believe it's adding to more of that zesty vibe. Like it's more a tad bit like a bit drier side, dry citrus, as opposed to like counterbalancing the juicy ones. The pear is playing beautifully here. Like you do feel that pear, like the waxy, like you take a bite of that waxy. I don't know if this is one of the nashi pear. Is it the waxy one? But like that's the one that's like really soft, as if like biting on a piece of wax, full of juices, like flavors. Beautiful stuff. I mean, very energizing, like even on skin. And because it's an extrait to perform, I believe this is gonna stick more to your skin, project less, but perform. Like longevity wise, this is gonna last a long time. That's what I believe. Now only time will tell, but this is my first impression of Gentleman's Nod, Kensei. If you have purchased this fragrance or anything from this particular series, do let me know in the comments what you feel, what are your thoughts about this specific one or any other that you have in your possession. Lovely stuff. I mean, was a blind buy. I think this was like $92 or $95 for this 50 ml extrait, and for me, money well spent. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a very nice, subtle, very friendly, inoffensive fragrance. And I'm pretty sure because it's an extrait, I don't know if you can see it, like it leaves a nice patch of oil, of course, because of the concentration. I didn't look actually what the concentration is, but I mean, like what the percentage of the concentration. Okay, this is 30% concentration of extrait. So it's going to be pretty dense, deep. It's going to stick more to your skin. Okay, it's changing now. So there's the herbaceous feel, like it's transitioning from the citruses, bright citrus, succulent citrus, to something a bit herbaceous. Now, only time will tell, guys. Make sure you stay tuned to my channel. If you're not subscribed, do subscribe and hit the thumbs up button if you like contents like this. So that was my first impression and unboxing of Gentleman's Nod, Kensei, whatever you call it. This is an extrait, lovely stuff. I mean, for me, that's money well spent. And again, you guys tell me, those of you bought this fragrance, they said 150 bottles would have something like this. So I don't know if this is the one. I got the special edition one. So yeah, I feel lucky now. Lovely stuff. So guys, let me know in the comments your experience, your thoughts about this one or any other fragrance you got from the house of Gentleman's Nod. So until the next one, guys, please take care, stay safe, and all the best.